back to the tavern. Breakfast, food. 13 and Barnabas had not quite arrived. And Turby's friend had just stepped out to go see his mother. So, what I want you to focus on is remembering when 13 and Barnabas did walk through that door.
We made it. Hello, everyone.
Hey, guys.
13.
How you been? Good morning, sir. Barnabas, how are you today?
Well, I'm well, but it's been quite some time since I've seen you. Where is everyone else?
Oh man, you should. 13, he got us crushed. Tell you, I was out there and the rocks fell on me, and look, I don't even have my thunder anymore.
What thunder?
Well, while you were gone,
I am the dwarf of thunder. Anyway, we were escaping.
he thinks he's a god now.
Okay.
I am Lord
Lord of Thunder.
Lord
Sorry.
of Thunder of the dwarfs, obviously. But I don't have my powers right now. I'm getting to the wise because 13, he shot a big arrow, blew some stuff up. And in that midst, we had lost our friend several.
Yeah, I was trying to save him.
What do you mean you lost?
You remember several?
So,
He taught me stone.
I do remember, yeah.
I win every time.
Of course. Yeah, how could you not?
You guys.
What happened?
well, let's go back to the beginning of all this. While you were gone, I may or may not have self-proclaimed myself as the leader of this wonderful party here.
He
Took
is
on a
the
mission,
leader.
looking for some girls. Came across some things. You ever seen an orc? We met some
Orc.
We
I've not even heard of an orc.
yeah, we fought some orcs. Ugly things. They're very, very violent. We found them just punching trees. But that is
Some of
when-
them are very.
they were
pretty nice.
they were okay. Along the way, looking for these girls, we met a man walking around. Paul?
Yeah, I know Paul.
Yeah.
Yeah. He brought me to you.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how I knew you were back in,
Okay.
in the
That
city.
makes sense. That
Yeah,
makes
I
sense.
think Paul's still in the city.
Paul helped us fight said orcs.
We were
Did you-
following the man that had the greasy kind of complexion.
He does the man kidnapping.
Yeah.
He had these powers. He was making girls do things like services that he wasn't paying for. That's a whole
Say no
thing.
more, yeah.
That's a whole thing. Sketchy guy handled that. Then we took Civil back to the Crimson Grove. Did you know he had a daughter?
I did not.
He does. She's a wonderful little girl. Reminds me a lot of him. But
End all be all, we're here. Several
I don't
past.
know if you've noticed.
We can remember him with
Stone
stone.
is not here.
I do notice that he's not here, and I feel like I never got to know him enough to even know he had children. What about the crystals that he was delivering?
He did get that done, and we thought that was it. He completed his mission. He got that surprisingly didn't last as long as we thought. He came back next day. Didn't say a whole lot. Just we headed out to go find these girls and do our thing. Fought the orcs, undead army, weird cavern. That was a thing. And then back to 13 and the arrow. While we were fighting, things got overwhelming pretty quickly.
There was some kind of a ritual. If Callie was here, she might be able to explain it. I'm not sure where she ran off to.
So she is just gone.
I don't know.
I don't know much about that. She did leave a note.
What did the note say?
She's not sure. If you'd like to read it.
Oh, B-Rock will tell you what happened with Callie.
She had to leave. She doesn't know if she'll be back.
B-Rock!
Or what's
One of the
happening.
greatest men.
I don't have much information on that.
He's off doing things right now. He carried us. He saved us.
But at the end of our fight, things got overwhelming. We had to get out of there, or we wouldn't be here right now.
There was like some kind of a necromancy ritual going on, and it was like 100 undead that were swarming this cave, charging up towards us, and Cyril was trying to keep them back so we could get out. I wanted to try to do something, so I used one of my snares that I had picked up along the way, and I tried to shoot it into the horde of undead that was coming at us to try to break it up and give him an opportunity to escape.
Sure.
A wraith came in, or some kind of a spiritual creature came in floating, flying at him, and created this big wave of what I would imagine is like a wave of force. I flew back. The arrow, I caught it, went somewhere, and I'm guessing it exploded, and just everything collapsed on top of us after that. I have no idea what happened. Like after I went flying.
We had made it out, and I looked back. I thought you were right behind me, so I proceeded pulling stones, and that's where I found you. And then more stones on top of me. Lost my thunder from it. I will get it back though. I will get it back. We also have a new traveling friend, B-Rock. He's off doing some things right now.
His name is B-Rock.
B-Rock?
B-Rock.
Yes. I think we're saying...
Okay.
We're saying...
And this is a friend of yours?
Best friend.
Really?
Oh, yes. We go
Well, if you
back.
vouch for him, then I'm sure he'll be
I mean, he saved
valuable
us.
companion.
He saved. And then him and Callie, I don't know what happened there. I was partially awake. I made him carry me all the way back to the city. He didn't know. It was funny.
Paul mentioned you were in bad shape.
So much so, my thunder.
I would talk to you more about this thunder. But where
We
is
could be in worse
Cyril's
What
soul?
happened to his crystal? He gave you the crystal.
I still have it.
Is his soul in the crystal?
It is. He sacrificed himself so we could all be here to tell you this.
Can he hear us in this crystal?
I'd like
13?
to think so.
I
you
don't.
know?
I don't know. I have no idea. Who are you? You're an elf.
Yes. My name is Sunshine. I know Lenny, and I help take care of you in the temple.
She was there when I came to visit. That's true.
She's dead by thunder.
Thunder Kirby.
Do you know
I could say
anything
that
about these
that's
crystals? If
unlikely.
he might be able to hear us,
Sometimes.
she'd be the better one to ask about this stuff.
So if we were to speak to the crystal, we can communicate with him somehow?
He might get your message.
I wish I could have been there to help.
It's understandable.
I'd like to tell him I'm sorry.
He'll know.
You could have had a
All
good
you have to
breakfast
do is say it.
afterwards. You make a good meal.
You know how much you mean to us.
I do, thank you. Speaking of, I
and
do
it
smell.
crawls in
It
the
smells
enemies.
great in here, by the way. Are you guys already eating?
Oh yeah, breakfast of champions. Ale.
Liquid diet, that guy.
Yeah.
Well, let me give you an official introduction. Ho Sunshine. I am 13. I'm an expert in anything and everything, except when I'm not. And if I'm not, it's Lenny's fault.
And Sunshine, we met in the
Heard that.
temple. Again, I'm Barnabas, scientist scholar.
Nice to see you again.
It is nice to see you as well, and thank you for taking care of my friends.
It's my duty. And I couldn't leave
Couldn't
him.
find anything better. She's used to this.
This isn't the
Immediately.
first time for you?
No, it's not. I have a bad habit of, getting crushed by caves.
Oh, we'll have to put a stop to it.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely.
So no cave too small and no cave too big for all
I
legs.
forget all the legs.
He's got a new nickname. Me and B-Rock, we call him Legs.
You and Barack call him
Rock.
legs.
Yes, Rock. That's what I said.
Barack.
B-Rock.
Yeah, B-Rock. B-Rock.
Rock.
They call you
That
legs.
makes sense.
They call me legs.
Why?
Why?
Oh,
Why?
jeez.
Because my legs were crushed and I couldn't use them. And they think it's funny. Because for once, they may have been taller than me.
Oh.
Oh,
But you're back to normal now.
I'm fine now.
I
Sunshine's
remember
done a
Hey.
cool
at
job.
this time I took my hammer to crush Lenny's
Yeah,
kneecap.
gone.
No, I'm kidding. I did not do that. But I wanted to.
So what you're doing is you're making another short people joke.
He's making the short people joke. He just couldn't walk for a second, and it was funny.
You don't like it when people refer
Well,
to
he
you.
walks now.
Okay.
He's just mad because I can walk now and he'll forever be small.
Well, what is it?
I'm
that-
not
well,
small.
that's not true. There's a
You're a
spell.
very big man. Just your little
He's a more efficient
on the
package.
limited size.
I'm gonna give you the trebuchet. You regret you said that.
No, not the turtle.
Stay
Maybe the
tuned
trebuchet.
to find out what the trebuchet is.
Can I learn the trebuchet?
What
I
is-
don't.
That
What
does
is-
sound very interesting.
That's-
Girl set down a drink right in front of you again. She says, I figured I'd bring you another one.
Mm-hmm.
You seem to be running low. Does anybody else need anything?
Oh, you're a sight for sore eyes. I'll have a water.
Okay.
I think I'll take what little man's having.
All right.
2 sausages and 2 eggs.
Very well.
Whatever the house special is.
And a pint of what he's having.
Very well.
Do you have any Elven absinthe on in the back?
I'd have to ask.
Just something to keep an eye out for.
Okay. I'll do that. Anything else?
I think that'll be all.
You hear another patron be like, no, I think they're good. We'd like some help. They're boring over there anyway.
Well, you can hold the hell on for a second.
Hey, no, I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to her.
She's here talking to us.
Hey, we've been hearing you guys go on and on now. Oh, my thunder. Oh, my. We need some drinks. I'll be back with
Hey.
your things. I'll be back with your
Respect our fallen comrade. We're here mourning.
things. Don't sound like you're mourning.
We can also celebrate their passing.
Hey, we all mourn in different ways.
Yeah, we know dwarves do.
Oh,
You gotta take
There's
that.
no need
I
for...
move up to this dude
Oh,
immediately.
jeez.
Here, let me go get you guys' things. I'll be back. I've got to get their order as well. She goes scurrying over to them. Once she's over at them, they stop even looking toward you. She just had gently put her hand on Turby's shoulder and gave him a pat, gave him a look, that was very sympathetic to your ordeal.
Oh, he put the hammer down.
Make Barnabas use a freaking bottle thing on him. See how he likes that.
Let's not get too hasty.
Sorry.
So do you
okay,
remember
Kirby?
what happened to Callie? Like
I
something more
She just-
specific?
didn't really get a whole lot on the situation. The most I have is a note.
Okay.
It was barely legible. She had to go. She doesn't know if she'll be back. She's sorry. I don't know where she went, who she went with.
I feel so out of it.
It's
When old B-Rock gets back, he can tell you a little bit more. I was in and out. Again, he was carrying me. I was letting him carry me. But I woke up. Callie was there. Woke up again. She wasn't there. So he said, I think like Lenny said, she had something very important to do because she's also she had to get our help. She the one who refound B-Rock and reunited us, me and him. And I saved you. I carried you.
You mentioned that.
Yeah, by your leg. I just dragged you out.
Okay.
Yeah, just so you know.
Well, if she made it out of the cave-in, then she should be fine. So don't worry. You'll find her again, I'm sure.
I like having all of the information at hand, like understanding what's going on. So that's why. Tessa, his next round will be on me.
I hear you. Thanks. Are you just trying to find a reason to talk to her? Thought you were mourning.
I am mourning.
Guys, I've had it up to here with this man.
if you don't take him outside, I might.
Really? You know, that would be like a dwarf to come at somebody. You're in mourning. Who's the last person to see your comrade? Was it the dwarf? Just saying.
I don't recall. Are there any identifying features on this guy?
He wasn't very extraordinary at all. He was a human. He was obviously in his cups, and he was just angry that they weren't coming fast enough, and apparently thought that you guys were bringing the mood down or something. He just seemed to be out for picking at you, verbally at least. But sometimes there are people that just came at dwarves.
No
wrong.
identifying features or marks that would imply that he's under protection?
Not that you could see.
Okay.
I don't recall either, but was he alone at his table or was he with a group?
No, he was with a group. He was sitting with 3 other gentlemen, but they were just drinking.
He was the only one
They
mouthing
were
off.
They were laughing at some of his comments, but they weren't exactly picking. It seemed mainly at Turby, but dwarves do have a reputation in Iota Drake.
It's understandable.
Calmer heads will prevail, Turby. Just ignore them.
Yeah, we can just find a different seat somewhere farther away from these guys. That's always an option.
Do you even play that thing on your back? I mean,
Apparently they're going to pick on Lenny now.
you've been in here. There's no music. I would think that somebody carrying that could at least play it, unless it's stolen.
I remember telling him to do it. Hey, you can talk to me all you want like this, but you don't talk to this man that way. You sit down and you shut up.
I'm already sitting.
Yeah.
Maybe you're confused because of your height, dwarf.
It's on.
Oh.
I'll scurry on over. My
Oh,
dwarf
no.
has tried.
Wait.
Oh.
If my friend were to play a song, would that perhaps calm you enough to leave us alone?
Why don't you see if you can persuade him? Let's see if you succeeded.
Oh boy.
Give him dang intimidation.
Yeah.
Turby's
Performances
already
aren't
jumped to his
free.
feet.
Is this a diplomacy? What is this? I'm just going to give you a roll. and add 0 to it. 19.
Okay.
It's a good roll.
You know, seeing Turby scurrying over, he stands up. He's rather tall, but you're rather tall for a dwarf.
I'm super tall.
You'd probably check him at about 6 foot, maybe, give or take.
Right.
He stands up and, with what Barnabas had said, he kind of goes, maybe, I don't know. He gonna go sit back down and enjoy the music?
Okay, I look back to I remember looking back. I guess I got one person telling me to hit him.
Let me give him a song.
I'm at the point where I'm like ready to pounce. My rapier's like I'm holding it half.
This dwarf
half
can only
prep.
take so much.
I'm stepping back. I
The
can
issue
feel
here-
the tension,
issue
so
we
I think
have
I'm gonna
here,
step back a little bit.
It isn't the fact that he's picking on, our wonderful Turby here.
Right.
Because, I'm sorry, man, but you just get picked on.
It's okay.
The issue we have here is you've been told multiple times that we're mourning, yes? And each time, you spoke badly about the dead.
There's no proof he's even dead. You said you have a soul crystal.
I remember I backed off a little bit. Made my way, as
I
you
love
probably
Overwatch.
started playing, is what I remember. And I came up behind him and I hit him with a chair when he was paying attention to Lenny's song. That's what I remembered happening.
Oh no.
I'm sure that's probably what happened. The guy says, look, you start playing that thing, I might sit back down. I'll even throw you some coin.
I obviously waited till after he threw the coin.
Embark's gotta be paid.
He flicks it up in the air. And the girl comes by, she says, thank you, honey. Here, I'd love to hear a song. She sets down all your food and drinks in the middle of this confrontation, hoping that she might have diffused it.
And not got stuck in the middle of it.
Well, she's probably been in a bar fight or two in her life. She is a barmaid. So she'll hand you his coin and play something too.
Mine
Set the
were
things
fuzzy,
down
so I don't
and
remember if I hit him or not.
head back toward the bar.
For you, I'll let this go. But if he opens his mouth again, it's not going to go so well.
Lenny.
It's civil.
Temper.
It's civil.
I understand. But mind your temper.
I'll go. I went back to our table. And I'll strum out a little, nothing crazy, just a little melody. Some ambient.
Ambient music. That was when Turby recalled that guy did sit back down. But as you were walking off, you heard him go, knew he couldn't play it.
That's when I grab a chair and I.
All right. I'm going in with you.
Yeah, I mean, I figured you were already. I remember you were already.
That would
making
be
your way
initiative.
around. Yeah.
Remember, I barely got a bite of my sausage.
Well, I tried.
I'm glad you saw me.
Yeah, I knew.
I'm just fancy, guys.
Then you wanted.
Heal us again.
All right. So 20 to 25. Woo! They apparently really upset you guys. What we got?
27.
26.
Okay.
Dang, all of us. I'm gonna be the lowest.
What was yours?
Guys.
I got 23.
Ooh.
23 as well.
22.
God, you're so slow in this fight.
And then pulling up the rear's legs.
Yeah, you know, this
Legs
is
is
what
not the
happens
end.
when somebody disrespects your past friend. I mean, you guys really
I tried to
jumped
let it-
on this.
I
This
tried
was
to let
not
it go.
the day.
I really did. I tried to let it go. The beautiful little lady calmed me down, and he had to keep running his damn mouth.
So he is caught completely unawares by that chair to the back of his head, and
Ooh.
him and his buddies are so slow to go. Natural one. Oops. So, were you guys at the front of the tavern, middle of the tavern, or the back?
I believe.
I think it was deeper in.
Alright.
We were at the back.
But it was kind of towards the center of the back.
Yeah, we were like, it was like in between the back and middle. Most places are really big, so I can't really tell you.
Alright. So, the group was center back, eating. And Turby had come over and smacked the guy on the back of the head.
I was just getting another round. Tricked him. Told you I'm stealthy.
We're just using some random
Being
figures
small
for
has
these
its
guys.
benefits. I'll give you that. I will give
They're
you
over
that.
here, and Turby just.
That's what happens
cracked
when
a
we practice our
chair over.
tactics.
I cannot,
I heard you had moved around. Where
Yeah.
were you at?
So I was trying to get into position to help support him.
Okay, so you were on the other side of your table, and then heading over.
As soon as she came down with all of the food and drinks, that's when I recall I had started moving around, trying to get into position to act like I was trying to start up conversation and flirt, but what I was really doing was trying to set Turby up so we could get into our formation.
Set him up.
You guys hanging out at the table.
Very violent.
usually not.
This,
All right.
this is not.
I'll forgive you.
I'm a
So you
very,
got-
you know,
Got in behind
Fun-loving
this
guy.
guy here.
I know.
It's not a very big tavern,
No, some people's gonna get hit.
so
Someone's going to get thrown out the door.
as soon as the chair broke, it's one of those of the bar wench cuts out this other door here, which the door shuts, and everybody hears a clunk of a bar going across it.
Checks out.
That's where she's brought food from and drinks and everything.
I forget, were we doing non-lethal attacks to these guys, or were we like going ham?
I guess we'll find out.
I don't remember.
Barnabas, you had just gotten a bite of your sausage.
Yeah, so fork in hand, I was ready to take a bite when this broke out. I'd asked for calmer heads to prevail, and they didn't. So I dropped my fork, reach on my belt, and I mixed together a couple reagents really quickly, saying I wasn't even ready for this. And I pour them into a small leather bag, and then I hucked it at the mouth, hoping for a direct hit.
Oh.
That would be a 15.
That will not hit. Well,
Dang.
no, he was hit with a chair. He had sat back down. It would hit.
Oh, he sat back down after he was hit with a chair. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
In that case, he is.
Well, no, he didn't get to stand up.
No, he sat down and then got clobbered.
Clobbered him with the chair
Gotcha.
once he sat down.
Well, he's just been. He had just been hit by a tanglefoot bag. It was not a critical hit, unfortunately, but he is now covered in a sticky tar-like substance, reducing his speed by 10 feet.
Oh, thank God it wasn't something flammable.
It can be.
I assumed so that you caused some damage with your.
All right.
I just want him to stop.
No, okay.
Does that spread out more than just over one person, or does it?
If it's a direct hit, it's just him, and I control any splash, so no.
All right, good. 13.
All right. So this is the moment when I had, pointed out to everybody else. Our confrontation is with this guy. As long as you stay out of it, we're not going to have any issue. And then I start beaming him with the pommel of my rapier.
Okay. It's moving right up beside him.
So I got caught off guard by the tangle root. So I was like, oh. Second attack, however, I was also swinging, but like the vines themselves were kind of trying to reach out to me, so I ended up not doing much of that. But I wanted to make sure I made it clear, like we're just dealing with this guy.
Okay. All right. Turby, you started this. You now have a portion of a chair in your hands.
I immediately I hunted prey, and looking at him and saying, I bet you see me now. And then I'm gonna take the portion of the chair I have and I want to wrap him and try to grapple him from the back.
Okay.
So is that strength, or how's that work?
Athletics.
Athletics. What's not 17?
17 will do it.
Cool. I want suplex.
All right.
Piercing flamingo.
Hopping over.
So you pretty much enter into his spot there, and you go and do your up and over. Go ahead and roll me D6 and a D4.
D6 and a D4.
Mm-hmm.
8.
Okay.
Oh, that's right. We were setting you up.
That's right.
All right, so you're putting you guys on the ground then.
Everybody's same height when we're on the ground.
All right. These two are laying down pretty much right here.
Oh, they're cuddling.
Taking them into some DJJ, Dwarven Jiu-Jitsu.
You guys remember, this is how I got my lightning powers, was through the blood.
You barely missed thumping his head against the stone wall as you took him back. But the stone floor didn't feel so good to either of you, but
Stone is on your side today. Maybe not tomorrow. I think that's about, that's my 3. That's what I did on my turn there.
okay. Lenny.
I haven't. I will. I'm gonna go over. He's got him. He's holding. You're holding him. You've got him.
Yes.
Yes.
Right now?
You've got him.
As far as I remember, I had him at this point.
All right. We got him. Went over. Knelt down next to the guy. And I'll ask him. Are you done?
You're going to kneel down and you asked him if he was done.
Mm-hmm. We don't want to fight. We're not here for this bullshit right now.
Okay. Are you trying to convince him?
Yeah.
Roll it.
one.
So he seems to be considering it. That's not quite his. He's a little bit slower than Sunshine. Do you have anything else you were doing before she started moving? No?
I'm just
You still playing the song?
No, at this point the song's done.
Oh,
No.
Okay.
At this point the song's over.
that's why I was missing.
Right.
Because he won't calm the hell down, and we're just trying to have a good time for ourselves with our buddies, you know, trying to catch back up and mourn our lost friend and just have a good old time. And he wants to run his mouth. I don't want to fight him, but if he doesn't want to leave us alone, you know, we might have to. If he doesn't want to agree, that's fine. Because he's still being held.
All right.
Or I can just let him keep squeezing you. He likes hugging things.
All right, Sunshine, what did you do?
I was watching this all play out, and I saw Lenny trying, but I knew that his friends were not going to let this go. And I saw one of them start to move. Of course, Lenny is kneeling now, and that puts him in danger. I pulled out my crossbow, and I pointed it at his friends.
Okay.
Are you sure you want to do this? I do not want to hurt you.
I think they do this.
All right.
It's been a
So
while.
you're pretty much holding with crossbow on him.
Yes.
Gotcha. So his friends are sitting there, kind of look at each other. They definitely stand up.
Yeah, the one that scooted his chair just a little bit faster than he stood up. That's the one that's got the crossbow on him.
Okay. All right. So
You're gonna make me shoot somebody in my hometown.
I'm not going to make you do anything.
were you holding on to him pretty tight there, Derby?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well, the first thing he did was to spit at Lenny. I mean, a big, and that's a 17. No.
No?
Okay, it misses. Thank goodness. You're pretty sure some tobacco came out of his
Ew.
mouth at the same time.
Gross.
Yeah.
Is there splash damage? from
Well, I guess I have your answer.
And
Have fun.
and then he started trying to get out of your grasp.
Good luck.
He's not getting out of your grasp.
That's right.
All the other guys stood up.
If I remember correctly, there was a shadowed figure that slipped into the inn. And the last thing that I recall saying before things got out of hand was, "Let's dance."
I was super excited.
Right behind one of the guys that just stood up.
I don't remember what was going on.
This is what I.
All
Guys,
of
it's
you-
B-Rock.
All of you,
That
all
was
of you
not
saw several
Oh, several.
That is
step into
civil.
Dang
the
it.
tavern.
I pushed my way into the first available guy that was there.
What? I was underneath somebody.
and with a 24, I will draw my short sword, and I will rake it across his back, and I will shove his left shoulder. And I turn my attention to Lenny, and I go, if you don't give me a beat to kill these things with, it's going to get real boring spilling all this blood.
Never thought I'd see you again.
13, let's go.
Okay. We're going.
Oh my god, guys, who's up there?
We're going.
I'm under somebody, so I didn't see. This is her.
Yeah, you.
Everybody kind of sounds the same to
Yeah.
me because I got a big guy on top of me. So
He takes 6 points of damage.
All right.
I remember him being covered in sticky tar as well.
Yeah. I'm sure I am too.
A little bit. Yeah, there's a little bit of stuff that kind of sticking to you. All right. So Cyril has joined the fray. And that same guy, taking that across the back, he turns around and he doesn't pull a weapon. He just takes his fist and aims for your face.
Idiot.
Total of 20.
Yes.
He hits you in the face for 3.
I don't even flinch. Like my muscle rigidity doesn't even move. Like he hits me and his hand like makes contact, and if I remember correctly, like my head didn't even twitch.
The one that was sitting to the man who got suplexed right turns toward 13.
Also an idiot.
He grabbed his mug and took a swing. That would be that's 20 total. Next.
He manages.
Okay. A whole 1. He just kind of barely clipped you with the top of the stein, just under the chin. And the one on the far side of him, the one to the left, he wants to help his buddy out here. So he took a step and he's going to try to kick at Turby.
Good luck.
That'll be a 21.
Ah, yeah, I remember he got me on that one.
For 3. All right. Yep. All right.
Bugger
So
off.
that was. Well, that went. He didn't seem to want to listen. Now his buddies are getting involved. There are other patrons in the bar, in the tavern. And a few of them do stand up. Nobody's sure if they're heading toward a door or what they're doing. All right. So back up to the top, Barnabas.
I remember seeing this person come in and being at a loss for words, confused. What is going on? And I'm fumbled with my reagents. It's getting too crowded. I don't want to unintentionally blow up any bystanders. So I took an alchemist fire off my belt and I start mixing it so that a little bit of smoke starts coming out. And I'll say, "Leave now or I'll blow this whole fucker down." And I start mixing it, more smoke comes out, and
That's what I'm talking about, Barnabas.
I huck it in the corner behind, like trying to hit the guy in the far back corner.
All right, the one that tried to kick at Turby's.
Yeah.
Turby said the one that was stomping on him.
So I guess my threat turned into an actual attack. because they weren't budging. That's a 22.
That is definitely gonna hit.
Okay. Out of the corner of my eye, I notice Sunshine's upset about something, and I shrug as the explosion goes off. And I mean, you can patch him up, right?
This is how bar fights go, right?
I guess so.
And 6 points of damage. And he'll take 2 persistently at the end of his turn.
All right. And I'm gonna guess if it's fire. Yeah.
Yeah, oh, yeah. And I kind of give a little laugh when it explodes.
Hey, try not to get too focused on that flame.
Right.
Well, we'd like you to keep your focus on the fight that happened back then, not on the thought of the fire. How about that? 13.
All right. So I'm in a target-rich environment here.
Oh, yes.
There's a guy. He's quite well held, and his neck's looking mighty tasty for my blade.
All right.
That's going to be a 31.
That would be a crit.
Oh, the bears and flamingo.
16, 20, 24.
24. Whew.
I mean, he's dead.
Yeah, so, you definitely, his blade looked tasty, or his neck looked tasty to your blade, and you definitely just caused a nice spray. You feel warm liquid all over you underneath him.
No.
So, once again, Lenny, you have been covered in gore as this man's throat was opened.
1.
What else did you do?
Well, with several setting up the dance routine, that's going to be my next target. If I'm close enough, I don't think I had to move, so it's just a matter of spinning around, kind of doing a pirouette and kind of lunging into it.
Well, he's the one Silver was behind is the one that you he's doing this dance routine with. And so if you if that is what you did, then you just turned to the guy next to you that Silver had not touched yet.
Another natural 20.
All right.
This boy's cheating over here.
Don't fall the weighted dice.
The whole game changes as soon as I stop being non-lethal.
I mean,
Silver walks in and
this bar fight just got real. Whew.
24 again.
24 again on the guy. Okay, he's still up. He definitely took that and toward his side, and he's making a lot of noise. He kind of screams out. You hear some yells from the other patrons as all the blood and gore is happening.
Get out. And then that'll be how I end that.
Okay. Turvy.
I remember I rolled after he kicked me in the side. I kind of rolled over, feeling the blood, and as I roll, I wipe some of that blood. I'm like, "Oh, you see me now?" And then I went to the dude that kicked me, and I took my hammer to his knee.
Okay, not even getting up.
No, it'd be like in that whole little motion there.
Staying on the ground. Okay.
Yep. Kind of like using the corpse, I guess, as leverage. As I'm like jousting myself over.
Not quite dead yet.
What's that? 12 plus 21.
21 will
Nice.
hit.
All right.
Oh.
8.
8.
8.
All right. So on top of having some fire going on this guy, he then gets kneecapped by Turby. He yells out, his knee almost buckles, but it does hold up. He does keep his feet.
And then then I kind of get to my feet, and I hit him again with the hammer.
The 1-2.
The 1-2.
All right.
Hammer.
As you get to your feet, he'll take that opportunity to send a knee at your face
Oh yeah, I remember that.
with a natural 20.
Oh God.
I thought I missed it.
Nat 20 to the nose.
It was an exposed nose there, and that'll be
Do you have a helmet?
taking 6 to the nose.
I didn't think so.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna
I
hurt.
remember that did hurt a little bit. Kind of bloodied me up. I don't know where his blood and my blood, what started, when it ended.
Nobody can tell where one begins and the other
Right.
ends.
But I did attack. Oh no, I didn't.
Turby back on the feet. Uh-oh.
One.
Oh, no.
I mean,
Well, I mean, at least nothing disastrous happened.
Discombobulate.
yeah, I'd say Derby hasn't been kneed in the face like that in a while, so
A little disoriented.
a little bit. I believe that
Yes.
would completed what I did there.
All right. Was that all you did then?
Yeah. I
All
mean,
right. So, Lenny, if you looked to see the answer to that question, I mean, taking a split moment during the combat, you kind of checked your pocket and definitely saw the answer to your question. What else did you do? You have 2 actions you can do now that you've kind of went searching through your pocket.
I did go search through my pocket.
You can bring that out if you want, or not.
I'll just take a. I just looked at it for my own. There's a lot going on,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm confused. I will take an action to stand because I was knelt down, so
Okay.
I stood up, and I'll give the man his song.
Give me that beat, boy.
I'll give him
Feel my soul.
What'd you give him? What'd you give him?
What I give him? We'll give him shit. I'll just go to. And then Sophia's got the melody of that. I'll stomp. Sophia's got the melody.
Okay.
I can work with that. I can work with that.
All right. So, everyone, don't
Okay.
forget your bard. So, Sunshine, what did you do after that? That man's definitely bleeding out on the floor. You got another guy on fire.
Knowing what I know, or knew then, how many guys are left standing? How many guys were left standing at this point?
There were 3 standing.
Which one is closest to Lenny?
That would be the one that 13 was on. Oh, I didn't move Lenny, did I? I'm so sorry. Here you go. Lenny had moved over here. He was right here on the other side of 13.
I already had my crossbow out because I was threatening someone.
Oh, that's the one you were threatening, actually, that 13 had said.
Yeah. Gonna let that bolt fly
All right.
because Apparently, I'm not getting out of this. That is a 20.
That will hit.
Two.
Don't forget your bard.
3. It only kind of nicked him for 3.
Okay.
It's a warning shot.
Warning shot. All right.
Just a slice across the shoulder.
Okay, you already had the crossbow ready, so that's one. What else did you do?
I'm good. I reload because they're obviously not done.
Okay.
And fire again.
Okay.
Because another one, a different one, and then another warning shot.
Well, there's the one on fire more toward the corner.
No,
That
he's
Toby's-
okay.
Okay. You're gonna leave him alone. Okay.
No, he's already being
so
tortured.
The one that the dark figure of Cyril is behind. Well, I guess he turned to you, so.
Does a 12 hit?
No, it does not. Bolt kind of goes wide, sticks into between the stones of the door frame there.
Oops.
Oops. All right, that was Sunshine. Cyril.
Oh, this is gonna be hell.
I will continue my assault on the gentleman that's in front of me.
Okay. You get in front of him, a table and behind
That's
him.
a 26 to hit.
That will hit.
He takes 8, and I will shove him in the same shoulder, essentially continuing to turn him as my blade comes back down across his midsection. And I will rotate and just kind of take a look around the room. Is there anybody within my immediate reach from where I'm standing?
Not quite. If you took a 5-foot step. if you
Where
just
is Lenny?
adjusted.
Where is Lenny compared to where I am?
Lenny is on the other side of the table and kind of to the left of where you're at.
Do I have a direct route to him?
Through the guy that you could adjust to, and then 13.
Copy. I will tumble through that guy's square.
Okay.
That's a natural 20.
Okay.
I will, if I remember correctly, I drug my Dawnbreaker across his chest, and I spun, and the floral of my coat kind of flared out, and I swirled over, and I landed kind of in front of Lenny, kind of in that kind of like dark kind of hero pose, and I go, we have some work to do.
Kind of back a little bit behind 13 or in front of 13?
I want to be as close to Lenny as possible.
Okay. Well, and still be in the fray?
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily. Then you would probably want to be right over here at the wall.
Yep.
All right. And you smacked the guy, and all right. Moved on him. So, Cyril now right beside you.
And for my last action, I'm going to do I feel it?
No, feeling pretty good actually.
Okay. I will, with a 26, I will flourish myself back behind Lenny, and as he's playing and doing his thing, I am checking his pockets.
Okay.
So, stealth, or sleight of hand, or thievery of 26.
Okay. To pick Lenny's pocket.
Yep.
All right.
Does he? I don't really care if he sees me. I'm just grabbing it.
Okay.
So
you're not.
I am being, like, I don't want to disrupt what he's doing. I am being stealthy about it, but I don't necessarily care that he sees. But
I don't think
I'm just flurling around, and my hand goes right in his pocket. And as I flip back around, I have it in my hand, and I swirl back around and I stand up, and it is now around my neck.
Okay. All right. It is their turn, as well as the other patrons of the bar. So,
I was gonna tell you afterward, but since he's taking care of that.
Huh?
so over here by the door, you've got two
No.
sitting at a table.
Well,
So,
Stood up. You guys had you saw 3 patrons run out of the bar, but those 2 definitely stood up and just kind of went, "Yeah, fight!"
Idiots.
I just
course.
kind of smile and I look at Lenny when they scream, "Yeah, fight!"
ready to do this?
The one with the one with out a bow. He's
I died ready to do this.
he's a sun elf, and he says, "Looks like it's a mortally wounded one as well," and he takes a shot.
Wow.
That will be a 16 at you, 13.
No.
Yeah, it's not gonna hit at all, is it?
No.
All right.
13's pretty squirrely.
I've always been pretty comfortable up in the front.
Yeah. You've got cover from the bowman by your opponent there, so that one's much higher. That would be a 24.
Yep. That one surprisingly was able to get around the guy that I'm, behind.
He kind of leaned a little bit and shot the second one. You're taking 1. And,
I wasn't the right target.
huh?
I'm letting him know I was not the right target.
And his last arrow is going to just go toward the ceiling as if he was shooting at something, but you're not quite sure. Overwatch has spoken,
He has.
Lenny.
He has. Because Lenny is a buffoon.
All right, so that was the one with the bow. His companion. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna go over here. You were throwing fiery stuff, so
I was.
she comes running over and whips out a dagger. And she whips out the dagger and kind of fumbles with it and has to switch hands, and then she pulls the second one.
wow.
It's a 13.
No, that
Okay.
did not even come close.
All right. And 13, the guy right there by you. Wow. This,
He's still not running for his life?
no. He will pull his sword, and he attempts to try to strike you twice and completely misses. Guy that's on fire. Turby. He doesn't like you.
That's fair.
He reaches back and he pulls out this kind of crooked knife, almost like a hook, and takes a good swipe at you. That'll be a 28.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Very odd.
It's not a crit, is
Oh.
it? Okay. Take 6. 20. Will that hit?
My AC is 20, so
Take another 3. So he gets 2 hits in on you. Okay. So this one, he attempts to hop up on the table and take a swing down at Turby. He'll make it up on the table. And swinging at Turby and a miss. And that won't hit either. So this guy hops up on the table, okay, but then he takes a good swing with his fist. It's almost as if he's not got a weapon on him, or he just maybe left it somewhere. But he just takes a swing, misses, takes his other swing, completely misses you. I mean, he's swinging up high.
I was definitely like, why is he on the table? I'm way down here. It makes no sense.
Yeah, it's the first time this one's spoken. He, other than go, he's like, damn dwarves are so short.
I'm saying. It has its benefits. It does. It really does.
That's all them.
Not faulting you
Okay.
for that.
Back up to Barnabas.
Okay. You got the persistent 2 burn on the,
Yes,
the
I
guy?
do.
and he's still there. But now I had this sun elf in my face.
Well, she's some kind of elf. She didn't look like a sun elf, though. I mean, if you want to take an action to try to...
No,
Figure
no,
that
that,
one
not in
out?
the heat of
Okay.
battle. But I will step away from her towards Sunshine there.
Okay.
So just a step.
Mm-hmm.
Are you gonna throw more fire? So we might have a problem.
And I look at her and I say, "You big disgrace, fumbling your knives all over the place." And I pop a cork off one of my vials and shake it and throw it right at her. It's 18 to hit.
Don't forget your bard.
19 to hit.
That will hit.
I remember always forgetting.
Don't forget the board.
That will hit, you say?
Yes,
That
it will.
was what happened when the glass shattered against her chest was little shoots of lightning went all across her, kind of jolting her a little bit. Doing.
I got his lightning in a bottle.
I can share this with you, Turby. Don't worry. 8 points of damage.
Derby doesn't see this happening.
Okay. She took 8 points of damage,
Mhm.
and she will be flat-footed.
Okay. Yeah, she kind of goes.
Zap zap.
And then I will step again if there's space for me kind of behind Sunshine.
Yeah. Back there.
So yeah, step, throw, step.
Yeah.
I'd rather be hiding behind you if that's okay.
It's all happening in the moment. As I remember, it was chaos.
I mean, it was becoming kind of a crowded bar. 13.
All right. So the way that this guy is trying to fight with me, I'm essentially like 2 inches away from him. My face is right here, and as he's moving, I'm moving with him.
Okay.
And so with that flow, as he's trying to strike at me, I just kind of like stuck my rapier kind of in the underside of his armor with a 26.
That will hit.
And did 16 damage straight to his squishy bits.
Oh yeah, he doesn't seem to register he's going down for a minute, and then he goes,
I actually held him up,
oh.
and we started marching back towards the other archer, and then I let the body drop as I got right up in the archer's face
All right.
and said, "You're next, unless you're leaving."
Turkey saw that. He thought it was awesome.
So you're right there in the archer's face.
Violent, all of you.
I'll swing at the archer's bow, or the crossbow that they're using.
It's bow.
23 to try to damage the string.
Okay. So you're actually going for to break it. Wow, look at 13, making me grab a book.
Not my fault this time. I'll take it. We have some talking to do, sir.
I'm all ears.
That's a combat. Let's just take care of these guys real quick. Don't need any distractions.
I agree.
Yeah.
Lots of questions and no answers.
Shocked. Pretty sure there's gonna be definitely lots of questions after this.
Uh-huh.
Not necessarily from what you think.
Probably not.
That's an average roll.
This is actually one of those that I'm not sure of, so we will just... I'm gonna go here.
I don't recall who was after him, but I know the chaos was swirling in the battle. But
In the back of my head, I'm still sitting here completely focused on the fact that Cyril's here. And I'm reeling between all of the questions that's going on with that.
I hadn't even noticed.
So,
Yeah, confused.
it was Turby that was next. So, Turby, go ahead and tell me what you did while I'm figuring out
Yes.
what you
I
did to that bow.
with blood on my face. I got up.
Oh no.
We already had that one. So with the blood on my face, I gave him the old twin takedown. 1, 2 with the hammer, and then the gouge.
Okay.
So that's 21,
Nice.
That'll hit.
and then 20. 20.
Don't forget the
21.
bird.
Yeah, that's what I was like.
Yep.
Had to math it.
Wow.
All right, so both of those for 16 damage
Both of those are 16 total?
total. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Half and half on piercing and bludgeoning.
With the fire still on him and you stabbing at him, he kind of takes a knee and then crumples as well.
Yeah, I remember he went down. I turned back to the dude on the table. And I grabbed a hold of his legs and yanked him.
All right. Athletics.
Get down here, you.
Get down here.
Big disgrace.
All right.
Oh yeah, I got probably roll athletics, huh?
That was a 23 to hit. You were aiming at the bowstring.
Correct.
So, okay. Barely missed it. It was so close. You almost got that bowstring, but he kind of swerved at the last moment. You weren't able to quite nick it.
21.
21.
Grab those legs.
Yeah, you definitely, you sweep the leg. This guy goes down on his side. She grab his legs from the side, pull it.
That was it. As soon as he fell, we're there. Yep.
seem to kind of hits the ground. All right. Did I just? I gotta pull that one. There we go. All right. Bonfire guy is gone. Turby. Hold on to this guy who's now laying down.
Back on my level.
Laying down.
Turby's all about dropping these guys to the ground.
Apparently.
Don't make a short joke to it.
Might be a little bit of a wrestler.
All right,
Low
so
center of gravity is perfect.
It's real hard to fall off the floor.
Lenny.
If I was smarter, I might think you were taking a short joke.
How many guys are left?
Well, that left 3.
That does leave 3. Okay.
There's one laying on the table right there, kind of in front of you. There's an archer over at the corner by the door, and there's this girl that came running at Barnabas. And he kind of scurried away from him. The one by the door and the one that came at Barnabas are both elves. It's very obvious the one by the door is Sun Elf. The one that went toward Barnabas is... You would have to actually take a moment to figure out what she is.
Guy on the table. We're in a bar.
Okay.
We're in a bar. So, telekinetic projectile. He's got his drinks.
Okay.
As many as he wants. All at once.
All the cups,
No,
all
just
the
the one.
steins, just one.
Nope, just taking one. I'm gonna get him
Okay.
a drink. Because, why not? What am I doing? Where'd it go?
All right. So they basic save.
It would
What we got?
be... No, he just takes
He
1d6.
just takes it. Oh, you probably gotta roll the hit or no?
Mm-mm.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. roll
Okay,
it.
sorry. Gotcha.
Oops.
Yeah, shut up.
At this moment.
That we got Thunderbush.
That the bard remembered he forgot himself.
No,
It's like a half-assed thunderbush.
it's not. It's like a
Not
half-assed
all.
thunderbush.
It's just one thing flying through the air instead of many.
Hey, come on, legs.
A 12 probably does not.
Does that include your bonus?
Bonus is over. I didn't get.
A 12. No, that will not hit him.
Okay. Well, my proximity to him, I missed. Yes. So, gonna smash him in the face with Sophia.
You're gonna hit him with Sophia.
I'm gonna hit him with Sophia.
Whew. Okay, roll.
Bonk.
I was
She is
so
What? Okay.
flabbergasted when this
They made fun of her. Oh,
Ooh,
wrong game.
serious now.
It is. It
Ain't
is.
no wrath like Sophia's.
A new player has entered the battle.
Wrath.
18.
That will hit.
Hey.
Okay. Stick a loot to the face.
Loot to the face. 6.
All right.
The equivalent of a dwarf getting a knee to the face.
Yeah, that was a pretty hard hit. He just boom, and there's a little sound that comes from Sophia. It's still a beautiful sound. Doesn't hurt her. I mean, she's good. There's a little boom.
She,
All right.
she's not
She's
ta-
made
taking,
for this.
She's not taking any more of his shit.
Sunshine.
Now that
Oh,
Kirby
crack,
is standing and I can
slap.
see the blood coming out of his face, I'm moving to Turby and I am casting heal.
So
Okay.
nice of you.
You take my 16. So long as you're willing. For my
All right.
spell.
That's
So long as you're
that's,
willing.
That's gonna put you right by the guy on the table.
He's hurt.
Okay.
Turby's got
And
legs.
he's friends with Lenny, so
And take gun tables on his back right now.
And
That's
you
fine.
already took care of me. You already nursed me back, so. So how much did you say?
16.
Nice.
Nice little,
I felt fantastic.
nice
there.
little chunk of change there.
I'm a brand new
All right.
dwarf.
Almost felt like I could
A
shoot
little
lightning.
little brighter light comes, because she's already glowing, but
Yes.
a little brighter. You feel happy.
You feel warm.
Felt really warm. Felt good. Probably didn't see the light. I'm focused.
Oh no, you saw all the light.
I saw the light.
You only saw the light
I
All
opened
right.
up my eyes
and saw her shine.
and saw her shine.
Very shiny.
I feel like you guys are looking back at this fight with a bit of fondness that might be odd for some people, or a fight that's turned rather bloody.
Well, I'll take care of that later, but
That would be Sibrel's turn.
The elf that is standing in Barnabas's face.
Well, he backed away from her, but
I
yeah,
will-
she's all the way across the bar. You can
I'm
easily get to
moving to her.
her. All right. Now, did you go over tables or around the tables?
Oh no, I slid under the table.
You slid under the table. So yeah, he just went straight through here where tables were and pops up right beside her.
And I slide up off the floor.
More tables.
That's a
So much
18, that's 20, 31.
For your attack.
My attack.
Oh, okay, I was looking for the acrobatics. I went under the table.
31.
You're good. All right.
Oh, you want acrobatics to slide?
Yeah, why not?
Oh, that's an 18 on the die.
Oh yeah, but yeah, Cyril
Um,
makes this look good, just smooth.
Always has.
So
Always has.
I have a 40 feet movement, so my standard movement is faster than most. So I will make my way toward the elf. I'll slide under the table, and the spilled liquor is all over the floor. So I slide straight under the table, and I plant my foot into the floor, and I come up. And as I come up, I just take my blade right with my momentum right into her midsection.
Okay.
And I have my hand behind her, and I go, "I'll lead." And I'll just hold the dagger, my blade right into her as she's just kind of coughing in my face.
Oh, that's gonna hurt.
Yeah, even as go ahead and roll damage. As,
9.
How many?
9.
9. And you said you had a 30.
It's 31.
Yeah, that's a crit.
So that's 18.
Okay. As she coughs blood onto your face, it's one of those of, you know,
Hope she doesn't have
you're
it.
good still. I mean, you're just like, you're ready to dance with this.
Does
bitch.
she's still moving?
Oh yeah,
Excellent.
she's wide-eyed.
So I just
not
I have my
expecting
blade
that
in
to
her,
happen.
and I'm gonna use my last attack to just essentially just wrench this blade inside of her. Just a standard basic attack.
Her eyes went wide as you stabbed her, and she looked down at the glowing crystal on your chest, confused.
29.
29 will be another crit.
16. And I just take this dagger or my short sword that I have drove into her, and I just like take a step like I'm dancing with her, and I'm just driving this thing as I'm moving her back toward the door.
Okay. You feel her body going limp on it. Definitely.
Is she down?
And
Like
her eyes are open, but
I will as I'm
Definitely
driving her
keeps her
back, I'll in a really low tone voice whisper, I'll say, "Don't worry, I'll take you home."
ouch.
And I'll just kind of like slump her off onto the floor in front of the other elf that's at the door. And I just stand right there at the door, kind of like I'm tired of people coming in. If anyone else comes in, they're dealing with me.
You taking her toward, so you're taking her not toward the door that you were facing, you were taking her toward the elf.
Correct.
Over by,
And I'm just slumping her right in front of that other elf. And I'm just standing there like, if you're going to come in here, you're going to fight me, and you're going to end up just like this one.
And now,
So you
now we're
get-
just making a
You're
pie.
going to get right over here because you've got 13 right there, and if you're wanting to make a point with her body, you're dropping her right there.
And if I can I grab the crystal off her neck as she falls?
Give me.
Athletics.
Yeah, give me athletics.
That's a 19 on the die. So it'd be like 32.
Yep. As she slumps off the blade, that crystal does light up.
And I'll just hold it up in front of the other one. And that's kind of how I'll stand there.
Okay. All right, so we got the guy laying on the table, and we got the archer. And you all hear a piercing whistle outside. Not as if somebody had put their fingers in their mouth or had just whistled from their mouth. It's more of a whistle blowing through, a wooden lock that's been shaped by a gnome or something like that. It's very much so a guard.
Yeah, I was going to say that's a whistle I recognized.
Mm-hmm.
Me too. Because I'm from here.
Well, that can't be good.
The
I suggest
Sun
you
Elf you're
all
looking
run.
Yeah, he's disarmed. He's taking her crystal.
He's taking her crystal?
Yeah, out of your hand. He's going for that. Disarm. Popping it out. That would be a 28.
What am I comparing that against? Should be...
Should be
athletics, correct?
I believe it's your athletics DC.
So
10 plus.
10 plus my athletics is a
21 maybe.
He got a what?
28.
Oh yeah, if it's 10 plus my athletics, that's absolutely.
I was about to say I don't
Yeah.
think
Yeah,
anybody's got that. Right?
Yeah, it's either that or your reflex.
Yeah. Either way it is. He still got it, but with a 28.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just gotta double check that real quick. All right, so he essentially knocks it out of your hand. So
Okay.
it falls into your square. And then we're gonna go for the he's gonna tumble through so he can grab it as he goes and has all of his movement, tumbles through you and skirts around away from 13 as well to run out the door. That takes all of his actions. So he's run. This guy, were you still holding on to his feet, Turby?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's trying to stand up.
He's gonna have to kick a dwarf in the face. Oh, not the face!
I won't be the first time.
Face again.
It's a face made
Athletics.
for kicking.
Face made for
22.
kicking.
What's your athletics, DC?
Turby's a foot magnet.
Sheet.
10 plus.
Should be 10 plus whatever your
Yep.
athletics is.
19.
19? Okay. So, yeah, he wiggles his way out. Stands up. I'm not getting arrested.
Trips
You guys
over
will
me.
get arrested for murder. And he's gonna kind of, he doesn't hop off the table. He's gonna climb down the table, kind of like limping, and he gets about barely off the table, and that's the end of his. And top of the order, Barnabas.
Guys, I think the constabulary is coming. and I'll step up to the table
Oh, definitely.
and grab the bite of sausage that I had cut off earlier and shove it in my mouth.
Okay.
We got to get out of here.
All right. He definitely.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys need to get out of here.
So,
Turvey, I know you got a
I'm
new
gonna
friend.
sop
that might
up some
want to
hay.
are
go.
you? Oh, you. So you're
already
spending
here
your
to
reaction
go
to try to
free.
eat as much as you can before you
Don't
go.
follow.
I was hungry.
Okay.
Okay.
I was
13.
There's nobody covering the door. I'll just walk out the front door and close the door behind me.
You walk out the front door right into a guard.
There's union business going on. Happy to talk to you about what's going on, but we need to make sure that our attorney's present.
And before you get an answer, that's where we're going to take a moment and go on break. We'll be right back.
I'm so
All right, welcome back. So, union business.
There's currently a disagreement going on. There's some property damage. We're working on cleaning everything up and repairing all of the damage that was done. And we're currently also working on mending all of the people that have been hurt in the incident.
Well, how many union members are present?
Say again?
How many union members are present?
Uh-oh.
What do you mean?
How many union members are within?
It doesn't matter.
It does. He's got about 3 guards with him.
Don't fight the guards.
We'll finish up the rest. And it can be sorted out. I need you to step aside.
I think we need to get the barrister involved then.
I believe you're not hearing me.
Don't fight them.
Step inside. He's normal height, sun elf. And are you guys continuing to pummel on the one guy that's in there? Did you guys do that? Turby?
Yeah, Turby definitely would have jumped up on the table after he tried to leave, and I would have jumped off of the table.
Okay, so as you're speaking
What would
to
have
this
happened?
guy, there's a loud crash inside.
Sorry.
Like I said, there's a fire going on. The better course of action would be actually to get the fire department involved.
If I have to say again for you to step inside and allow my men in, I will levy more charges. Step inside.
I'll step out of the way.
Inside. Everyone that was involved is to be inside. You obviously have been involved. I can see the blood all over you.
I'll open the door.
How tall was 13? I can't seem to remember.
5'6", 5'8".
Okay. You guys are about eye to eye. You just open the door for him? All right. The 2 of the guards behind him go in.
I remembered when
Turby.
when the door opened, I had 2 pints of ale in my hand, jumping off the table like Derbyshire.
Well, I have it right as he's opening the door. Yeah, and all that crashing. Did he get out of the way, or did you hit him?
I feel like, I mean, I'm pretty accurate with the Derbyshire. As I remembered, I hit him. It wasn't
Roll
like
it.
at this point we had already handily won this fight, so it was just more like mugs to splash some beer or ale on him.
Don't hit.
Natural 1.
Okay. You definitely splashed some beer. You definitely, it splashed all over the place. All over
Definitely hit
you,
him with beer.
all over
Only
him,
beers.
into his mouth. I mean, you gave him a drink.
Wow.
But you definitely didn't hit him and do any damage to him. So he was technically still standing.
His thirst is now quenched.
And
You're welcome.
so
Turby, the thirst quencher.
climb up,
Turby,
jump off.
the thirst
and-
quencher.
All right.
He's just collecting titles now.
Lenny, did you do anything after he goes jumping off and splashing beer everywhere?
Do I notice the guards? Obviously they're walking in
I
now.
mean, the 13 went out the door and the door shut behind him.
Okay, so they haven't come in yet.
I
And,
distinctly
I mean, the
remember
door is
telling you not
the
to fight
door
the
is-
guards.
seems to be opening.
Because I know they're out there.
Perception, did I notice the door is opening?
Oh no,
I need to?
you notice
Yeah.
the door is opening, but
Okay. He's a buffoon. My focus is on that door. There are more people potentially
okay.
coming in, or it is 13 coming in. Regardless, I'm not too concerned about that right now.
Okay.
I wasn't concerned about that. There might be more players involved in this, so I'm watching the door.
All
I'm
right.
looking to see what is coming through.
So you're gonna hold
I'm gonna hold.
sunshine.
How far is Cyril away from where I'm standing?
From what I remember, I was still standing at the door.
Yeah, not very far at all.
Not very far.
I mean, it's a smallish tavern.
Small.
So.
Over 30 feet. Not less than 30 feet.
Oh, you're good on that.
Less than 30 feet.
Yes.
Okay. There's a lot of injured around me. And I don't like that. I'm casting heal.
Ooh.
3 levels.
Okay.
30-foot radius.
Now, my question for Sunshine is, who is getting that healing?
It's a 30-foot radius. Everyone gets it.
It doesn't matter if they're your ally or
It
not.
does not matter.
Okay. How much are they getting?
Not very much. 3.
Well, okay. So this.
Apparently, the patron did not like that.
All right. Yeah. The patron gave you something at least, but
Just a little. Just to
So
stabilize them a little bit, I guess.
how did that go?
Well, she's standing in the back, so she's let out a prayer to her God, and it's a little small burst of light. Not a lot, just a little. Just a little extra positive energy out there into the universe.
It's a small little burst of light, almost like a paper thin, just of light goes through the
Yep.
tavern, and everyone gains 3 hit points, kind of.
3
Dwarf
hit
size.
points.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Oh man.
I remember I spun around and underneath of my mask there's just steam burning off my face. And I just look. And then I will take the chair of the inn and I throw it through the window and I hop out the window.
Okay.
What in the 9 hells? You said he was dead.
I can't think.
thought he
We
was
have something else to worry about, guys.
Who hopped out the window?
I mean, it looked like Sybil. It fought like Sybil.
You hop out that.
And
That window
I
there,
walked right up
okay.
to the guard. I'm not trying to run. I walked right up to the guard.
Okay. You walk up to. There were 2 heading to the door. Right at their turn. Door opens. 2 guards step in. You hear everyone hands up weapons. Better not be in them. They are wearing all black armor.
I remember putting both hands up, but one still has a fork in it. And then I looked at it and dropped that real quick.
I put my hands up with the ale and
I remember snickering at that a little bit.
So, the guards, the Black Legion, as they're called, start coming in.
I don't remember if I made it, but with the distraction of several breaking the window, was I able to get away?
No,
Okay.
that guy is right there with you. So the two come in. That's what they say. They have manacles they're pulling out. And the guy right there says, "This is your last chance." He pulls out manacles. Arms. Inside. The guy that you walked up to, it was the third guard that had been was at the door. He clamps the manacles on you.
I'll let him usher me inside if that's where we're going.
That's what he's doing.
Yep.
As they do run out of manacles because they don't have enough for everybody on them. Each guard probably only has 2 sets, if that. But there's multiple people in here, so they clamp irons on you guys first because you're up and moving, you know. And the one that had been talking to you goes over and he starts checking on the bleeding bodies and the burnt body, and he says, "Well, it's a good thing you didn't kill them."
They started it.
Just wait for the lawyer.
That's true. Leader has spoken.
All of you will be seeing the royal captain.
Mm-hmm.
All of you will be heading to the jail until this is sorted out. More guards definitely are showing up, pouring in. Temple
You were here
clerics
for a day.
show up, and you know, one being
Getting
your immediate superior looks and goes, "Sunshine."
I was
He's a-
healing people.
He's a tall sun elf. You what?
I was healing people.
I would hope so. Has there been a mistake? They say no mistake. She goes as well. And you are all ushered out, leaving the clerics to deal with the bloody mess in there. Was
As-
anybody hurt still after the small burst of light?
I'm confused now. I was confused. I was like, what? Sunshine, all she did was heal. She did her job. This guy doesn't make no sense.
As soon as we got outside, I start crying for somebody to call the fire department.
How long does that burn?
Well, technically it's a persistent 2, I think, until they put it out. It may be a number of rounds, but it's not like forever.
Okay.
Also,
If it's still burning, you know, they'll be putting that out.
Yeah, I think it's just
Probably.
smoldering clothes at this point.
And, you know, probably first while one's manacling, you know, they'll put the guy out. And he's still alive. They all look.
You stomp them out.
They did any of you do anything, or was there anything you wanted to focus on before we change our focus to the jail?
I'm still staring at Several's face, and I watched as the smoke seemed to come from behind his mask, trying to get a sense of what is happening to his face that would cause that. I don't know if that would be like an alchemical check or an occult check, but I remember just being still in shock, seeing him, and then even more appalled, I guess is the word, at this burning coming from behind his mask.
Okay.
I remember we were led away, and I approached the side of Sunshine, and just quietly I said, "A little warning, next time would be nice."
Sorry?
Barnabas, Go ahead and roll that occultism.
28.
Okay. I'll take that. So, you guys are marched through the city.
Given the opportunity, I'd like Cyril to connect with me so we can have a private conversation. We can pick that up later, though.
I would have grabbed a road ale and kicked the dude in the shin before we left.
Road ale.
Nice.
Well,
I sidled up next to Lenny as we're being escorted out. Did you see him die?
I did see him die. I was the only one that saw him die. This doesn't make any sense, but it's happened before. I definitely have a lot of questions to ask him.
I'm sure there's plenty to tell.
Is he walking ahead of me, or was he walking behind me? Are we next to each other?
so you are all kind of in a group together. You can get next to somebody, that would be fine, but there's not much privacy as they're marching you guys to jail, essentially. So even being quiet, somebody still would probably overhear.
For right now, I'll keep what I've intuited to myself as we marched down the street.
Well, the walk of shame not being a big thing to focus on, I'd like to bring you guys' focus to the jail. And that is very dimly lit. You all remember that
No, it's not.
that it was very dimly lit until Sunshine's glowing personality comes walking through. It's
Personality.
got a big holding cell, and then you have smaller ones. They're practical, and that's about the best way to put it. There's no finery that you see in Elven architecture. There's no flowing curves to this building. It almost looks like they went, that's how humans do it. We're gonna make this as human looking as possible, but it still has a elven feel to it, which is
To be
weird.
honest, you probably see more than you ever wanted to see in a jail.
It wasn't something that I noticed earlier, but now that we're here in the darker light, she's actually radiant.
Very much so. More so than most people, it seems to be an internal glow coming from Sunshine.
Yep.
I remember I just stayed quiet and just followed the lead of the royal captain and let him take us where we needed to go.
Well, they put you all in the large holding cell. They don't give you an individual cell or anything. They put you in there. They do not take off the manacles. As a matter of fact, you are told to hang your holy symbol at the statue of Corel Levain that watches over that common cell outside of it. Essentially, literally placing it in his hand. You guys remember they closed the door and said, the royal captain will be with you when he can.
I just
And they walk.
leaned back against the wall and kind of slumped onto the bench.
You remember they got to the door, and the guy that you'd had words with, 13, turned and looked and said, I expect you to still be here when the royal captain arrives.
I'll be here.
And he turns and walks off. Anything that could be a weapon is not on you.
I'm going to use the manacles and see if there's anybody else in the cells next to us.
Kind of tapping on him.
Try to give a little code.
It's made out of stone, right? As I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It started like, I remember I was looking for some impurities or things that are just out of the ordinary of this stone.
Well, it's definitely not dwarven made.
Yeah.
It's
gross.
definitely not dwarven craftsmanship at all. And there's something really off about how the stones look to you. Yeah, go ahead and give me a roll. What do we got?
Are you injured? I can still help.
I'm fine. I think you've helped enough.
26?
26.
Perception.
You have seen
Just
this before. You've seen
Slight
this.
burning. It'll
These
go away.
have been shaped arcanely. So the whole thing was built by magic, not by the hands. So of course it doesn't look like dwarven architecture. And that's probably where that feel of the elven hand in it. They like to use magic for a lot of things.
I would look to those three pretty much and be like, this stone is not dwarven. It's arcanine. And you guys know what I'm saying? It's arcanine.
Yeah, yes,
Yeah.
yeah, clearly.
Okay.
I think we have bigger concerns sort of within the stonemasonry here.
We could, depending on stone, I could have got
We're
that
not-
stone
Oh, you could have
out of
worked
the
this
way.
We're
together.
not breaking out of jail.
Okay, I'm confused.
Civic, it is you.
Oh, it is definitely me.
They said you died.
He did die.
I did die,
He did. I watched.
as evident.
And forgive my ignorance again with the elven soul crystals. I'm not familiar, but the only other person that had a presence in the physical world, but also something trapped in her crystal, was the person who was trapped at the archaeological site
Tall, dark, and
several
creepy.
days ago.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She's,
I can't remember her name.
Kadra. Kadra.
Kadra. I guess I don't recall ever even hearing her name. Has something happened to you?
Many of things have happened to me over the last 4 days.
Clearly. I'm guessing by now the smoke has stopped.
Yeah.
I sat down for story time at this point. They didn't want me to break out, so I'm here.
So
let's.
the smoking seemed to correlate to Sunshine's burst of positive energy.
That's correct.
It hurt you.
It did.
We have to keep pointing out that I heard him. I'm sorry.
You had no idea. None of us did.
She did.
Oh.
thought
Well,
you were
I
further
apologize then for bringing up.
Sunshine.
In the heat of
I
battle,
thought he was
mistakes
further
can be made.
away.
Sunshine.
So how is
I
this?
thought he was further away.
So let's pick up.
You,
Let's pick up where we left off.
From where I left off.
From where I left off.
just like that.
Terrible show.
So I threw my soul crystal to Lenny. I told him to run.
You did.
Yeah.
An arrow was shot into the cavern.
It was.
The cavern was collapsed by the explosion of that arrow.
It was.
And they
And
almost
Once-
died.
watched you die.
You didn't watch me die. You watched a cavern close, not allowing me to escape.
Mhm.
When the cavern closed, and I realizing that there was no escape for me, the necromancer was still standing on the platform trying to complete what he was doing. I leapt from the platform that I was standing on to the platform that he was on and plunged my dagger into him, my short sword into him. I watched as the life left his body, as the incantation exploded above his head. I'm sure you felt the rumble.
I did feel it.
And as the incantation left and the earth shook, the entire cave began to collapse. Unbeknownst to me, we missed it when we went in there. This necromancer was using another being as essentially a life force or some kind of fuel for his incantation. When I killed the necromancer, I released the other being. And the other being decided that in payment for saving her life, that she would save mine in the only way that she knew how. And in that moment, she latched onto the side of my neck and she drained all of the life force from my body. She took my body and she threw me into a dirt hole where I was left. I woke up 2 days later with a hunger that I have never felt in my entire life.
So you've been transformed into...
I have been given a gift, she said.
That may be what she called it, but I'm not sure that that's really what it is.
I'm at least here.
He's right. He is here.
So
It is still
this is really you.
several.
In the flesh.
And what is this?
You're
What is what?
Is that also civil?
What is this?
Yeah.
This is. We are one and the same.
I believe at this point everybody was asking the wrong questions. Because you used the trebuchet?
I did. I was
And
very...
shook the world.
I did. You taught me well.
I go pout in the corner. The rest of it doesn't make sense to me, so.
I'm here for you, buddy.
Right about that time, the world does shake, actually. It's been doing that a lot lately. You feel that little rumble.
I
And-
remember looking at Turby
Getting it
as
back.
the world is shaking.
And this one doesn't just stop after a few moments. This one, it rumbles. It's almost like footfalls or the clang of swords in battle, but it's has a rhythm almost that
Of the night?
rises and falls for about a minute straight and ends with enough of a shake and a vibration through the cell that even sitting, you feel yourself moved.
You need to be careful with that, dude.
That's what I was talking about, Barnabas. You didn't see that.
This is the trebuchet you're talking about?
No, this is just the Dwarf of Thunder.
Oh.
New.
And
Certainly.
almost like
Trebuchet is
like it was
jumpy.
sent from the gods. as soon as he said, "This is the Dwarf of Thunder," you guys hear a crack. Just this huge sound. It sounds like if you were to take boulders and smash them together to try to create thunder, that's the sound you hear. And literally, you see the wall and crack open about a centimeter, maybe? Tiny bit. The floor, that sound, the floor cracked.
I looked over at Turby and said, "Remember our conversation about correlation not being the same as causation."
What?
We'll talk later.
The door to the common cell from that crack, you see, has gone side off its hinge. As the door kind of goes opening up, a familiar face for some of you comes walking through the hall. Well, I wonder if I'll get the money back. Probably not. It's okay. You see Mort. He's a well-dressed elf. His shoes are impeccably shiny. And you can hear the click of his shoes as he's walking toward the door. And he goes, "Well, I paid a hefty bail, but seems Iodadri wanted you out already. But, yeah, I wonder if I could get my money back. No, probably not. But the union has paid your way out of here, so I guess I don't need to call for the guard to open the door now. But either way, right, let's go."
Can we leave the jewelry here?
Are you saying you can't get that off? Either way, you have to go by the front to get your things and all that. He's looking at the door like it has offended him deeply. What?
I'll
2
bring up the
minutes
rear.
Earlier. 2 minutes. I'll be waiting in my carriage for all of you.
Looking
We are
forward
going
to
to
it.
take a ride.
Oh, we're going on a field trip.
Oh, yes. The union has paid your bail. So now the union has something for you.
Well,
Go grab your things. They're waiting on you.
I didn't do it.
As he's walking off, he says, "Chop, chop, let's go. I don't have all day, people."
Are you able to get
Please."
these off at least?
I'll give you a shot.
When we go past the guard, I'm sure they'll take them off if we've been paid for.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense.
I
For our
can
first
my-
time arrested, I'm
my
sorry.
holy
I'm
symbol
not
when
used
I
to
walk
the
out.
I'm
procedure.
moving as fast as I can. Like
Okay.
coming up with my 20 feet of stride.
Slow and steady.
Yeah.
You guys come out. Guard
Lenny's taking point.
No, Sunshine is.
Sunshine beelined out. She grabbed her holy symbol and she took off. Guard says, well. You guys jumping right out of here. Clicks off your ankles and your things are all over here. Make sure everything is accounted for, please. And as everybody comes up, he
Trusty
unlocked
1, 2. We're good. Lovely stone.
I will. I brought up the rear, so I will wait till everybody has collected their things, and then I will put my hand out to have my manacles taken off.
they will take them off.
And as the appropriate sign of respect to the Black Legion, I'll give him my greeting and lower my head and grab my things. I don't say anything to him, and
He gives it back, but moves on.
I move on.
All right. There's a opulent, large black carriage waiting outside. The door is open. Inside, you see Mort sitting with one leg, one foot propped up on the other knee, and he has a glass. It's like wine of some kind in his hand. You hear him, "Come on, come on,
I'll jump
everyone in."
Union.
I got in. I got in last.
I remember I rushed to the front and I jumped. And kind of tried to roll into the carriage. I'm not used to carriages, so.
I'll help direct you.
Roll in and end up kind of, head down, butt up against the other side.
I feel like that's how I'm supposed to ride, so I was sitting there for a little bit. So 13 helped me, and we were good at that point. Maybe I had too many L's at the tavern.
Hasn't worn off yet.
No.
Your upsides or your downsides.
You help him up onto seat. You sit beside Mort?
Yeah.
Okay.
Across from him.
Across from him. All right. Who sits down beside Turby, who's on the same seat as Mort?
Am I like in the window? I was in the window, right?
Sure. Nobody else? So
I'll slide there.
Gonna go.
okay, you do?
Yeah.
The rest of you have to squish in besides 13.
That's fine. I want to sit as far away from this character as I can. I don't something about him I don't trust.
Sorry, my skirts take up a little space.
Well, you can get rid of it, love, if you want. But either way, the door shuts and he smacks the carriage and
I
starts
will.
moving.
I remember that I gave him a glance, kind of that. Well, that's rather inappropriate.
He gives you a wink and continues on as if he did nothing wrong.
I apologize for the headache.
So,
Why?
I don't think
you.
I'm the one with the headache. I think that it might be the gentleman that you pretty much almost killed. But
We did not.
let's see here and there. I would offer you wine, but I seem to have put the last in my glass. Cost the Union a pretty penny to pull you out of there, considering.
What do you want?
Right, man who gets right to the point. All right.
I can share my point if you'd like.
Oh, you could try. You could try, sir. You could try.
All of you.
I'm not sure you would be able to move from the seat
Hard
fast
of it.
enough. But you're welcome to. I am here as a friend. Representative of the Union, yes, of course, but
Friends don't hold things over other people's heads.
that's the Union, mate. That's the Union. I have to do my job. And my job is to tell all of you that we need a mage. You were supposed to have one, but apparently not.
No, we had one.
Well,
Just any mage will do.
oh yes, any mage will do at this point. Because
I am a cleric.
that's not a mage, that's a cleric. Yeah.
I'm well versed in the difference.
As I'm looking
Okay.
out the window,
You looked at
can I
me?
see
I
somebody
just
who
wanna-
looks like a mage?
Everybody roll an intelligence. And Turby, also give me a perception.
Okay. Where's great on my intelligence? That's even better. Not really. What's intelligence? 3 on my intelligence.
Okay.
And
What did the rest of you get on your intelligence?
18.
18?
12.
Yeah.
11.
16. Lenny? What did you get on?
19.
Okay. So the only one that didn't get it is Turby.
I'm also looking out the window. Stop
I'm
laughing.
sure as we're,
I'm looking out the
Well, it
window.
was
Stop
for your
laughing.
ears, not your eyes, but
Oh.
and then putting something together. It was it's one of those of some of you had noticed before, but it's very obvious, and I'm sure you guys definitely are noticing now as you're reliving this that how bad his accents are, and how often he slips out or into different ones, and it seems to just kind of continue. It seems to be very intentional. For those of you that got above 15, realized it's very intentional.
So everybody but Turby.
Yeah.
I didn't get above 15.
Oh yeah. Everybody but Turby. What was your perception at that time?
13.
And that's why you didn't notice, or we were. I mean, you're using your eyes. Obviously, you can't use your ears at the same time.
It's one way channel.
I'm gonna
Apparently.
back up a carriage, and the music's playing. Turn down the music to see.
You're. I mean, you see people in robes. Some in robes. You see robe here, robe there.
I remember letting everybody know there's plenty of mages out here. I was sitting at the window, and my little dwarven legs are kicking off the stool because I'm sure I'm not touching the ground.
All right. All right. So.
What's the catch, Mort?
What do you mean?
What do you know that we don't know? Clearly, you have the union in your pocket, or the pocket has you, and whatever. Why are you looking for a mage, and why can't you just find one? What's the issue?
Look, I'm just sending on a message, all right? It's not something that I didn't delve into why. Just that I had to bring you all this job. I mean, there's another one if you really want it, but this one is a must to pay for the bill, so to speak.
Well, I'm not necessarily interested in doing extra things. I'm interested in paying off whatever debt that you think we owe for you posting our bail. Well, I'm assuming the union posted our bail. I'm assuming you did not.
All right.
We could have waited.
I physically walked in there and I gave them the coin. So you just say.
So do I owe
No.
you, or do I owe the union?
The union.
So what I said is true. The union posted our bail. You just were the
Perhaps
means.
the union owes me for paying your bill. You never know. You know how this goes, mate. Come on, 13.
But you're free.
I don't need to say anything.
So,
I'm just along for the ride.
well, maybe talk to your mates and get this all settled out. In the meantime, if you do want to take it, I do have this one here.
I'll look at it. Keep it in my back pocket, if we stumble into it.
You look at it. It says the following was transcribed from a verbal interaction with the person or persons who filed the report. Do you keep reading?
Yeah,
I'll get it to you in a minute.
perfect.
All right. How hard can it be to find a mage? Especially for someone like you. Come on.
It's not hard. I see a bunch of them.
Well, perhaps I should stop here and let you out so you can go get them. And then you'll be done with this farce. Yes? How about this? Yes, no? You're unusually quiet.
Yeah.
I was told you were a bard. And you're just very quiet.
I'm just very confused by just about everything that's happened today. You break us out of jail. Well, you pay for us to get out of jail, specifically because you need us and our mage. This man comes back out of nowhere. I'm just all very curious as to why. Why us specifically? Mister, I don't ask any questions. You must know something. Nothing.
I would assume that it's because of 13. Who's, dabbles with the union here and there.
And make sure we have our insurance paid.
Mort, I'm gonna need you to speak up. Your horse is loud.
Fine. I'll
Should
speak up.
probably pay for better insulation, maybe.
I say that it's because of 13. I'm essentially passing the buck, so to speak. He has connections within the union, and so we know about you from him.
Fair enough. How long till we get there?
I know you know about your bonus players because of me, because I saw 13 with them before. So.
As Mort is carrying on, Barnabas thought to himself, his language is changing. I don't know a thing about this union. Is there a society check I can do to know more about what this union is and if getting involved with them is a bad idea?
Yeah,
I'm not really from
you
here,
can do
so this is...
recall knowledge for society, absolutely.
It's a 22 for society.
Okay. Society as a whole looks at the union like a problem solver. They do dirty jobs, but they also do clean jobs. They are a bunch of cutthroats, thieves, but with a purpose.
I see.
And usually are thought of highly in Dor'atham. They keep very well with the city and the country of Dor'atham. And they do have union buildings in most major cities across the continent of Agrelon.
So even though they dabble in illegalities, they are recognized and legitimate.
Well, most of their things are recognized and legitimate, but to your knowledge, everyone is sure that there is something. There are things that they do that are not legal. So.
So if we are to find this mage for you, are we then free and clear of any debt to you?
Yes.
Yes.
So we just need a mage.
A specific mage or
Any mage?
any mage?
I assume you want it willingly volunteering.
I would
I'm not gonna
hope
kidnap
so.
mage.
Yeah.
We just got out of jail. I'm not trying to go back to jail. I'm not built
I
for
need
that.
a perception from everyone to see if you all noticed what 13 blatantly had noticed at the time.
I don't remember Barnabas seeing a thing.
Oh, I'm
Picking up
sorry.
on anything.
I did that backwards. I would like to know your perception DC, actually.
Oh,
Okay.
What is your perception DC?
that's different.
10 plus.
20.
Oh,
18?
18.
17.
18.
10 plus perception.
What's Turby's?
18.
Oh, okay. Nobody has a 19, huh? All right. Carry on.
Oh,
You guys
all right.
didn't notice what 13 had noticed back that time?
So we need a mage.
Yes,
Unfortunately, we just lost our mage.
that is unfortunate.
It is. It is. I wish I had answers for that, but I don't. Working on it.
Apparently mages are hard to come by.
Oh, this one sees mages all over the place out there.
Apparently.
I'm sure if you stop this thing, we can go find one for you right
This
now.
one, he's kind of like a mage.
I'm pretty.
Scientist.
I'm
I mean, I'm
pretty.
sure
Tomato,
you'll
tomato.
show up after
Tomato.
paying all that money,
Stone.
getting us out of jail,
Hey, Mort.
and not having the mage.
Are you taking us back to our home, or are you taking us to a different district? Because we could just carry on to like the university, or
Oh, you can tell me to stop wherever, or I can
We're not even in that town.
taxi you somewhere.
I like this taxi idea.
yeah.
Well, not out of the city. I'm not leaving Dor'atham.
13, if you trust him, I trust you.
Trust is a funny word.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone actually trusts the Union.
It ultimately more relies on us than him.
Now, let me be real with you. I might have something. If I'm not speaking for the Union, I have a question that I would be willing to pay money for the answer for. If you're interested. Unless you don't want to deal with me specifically. Everything else was all of the Union. This is a separate ordeal.
Which option gets us out of here faster?
Going out the door right now. That's what gets you out of here faster.
That seems like that's what
You
also
tell
gets
me
me
to
sad.
stop this, and we'll stop, and you can get out.
And it's just as easy as that. You pay all this money, and we can just free to go.
Yeah, because you're expected to find a mage for the Union. I was trying to talk to you, not Union business at this point. I have my own question I would like
And
answered.
what might that question be, Mort?
Well, Lenny, I'm so glad you asked. Right to the point. Thank you. What I would like to know is why people are not dying when they should be dying. You find me that question.
We just passed by 98 pages on the street.
You
Act of the
find me that
gods.
to
It's
answer.
way too hard for 30.
What was that?
Act of the gods. Can you drop me at the temple?
Absolutely gorgeous. But I'm not sure if the gods have much to do with it, other than maybe toying with someone. But I would like to know why that's happening.
I'd like to know myself.
Oh, perfect. So,
Question that hits close to home.
if you find it, you find that for me. I know you all have a debt back home.
We do.
You find me the answer to that question. I'll pay 3 months via debt. How does that sound?
And this mage. That's
The
still,
mage is the
still
Union.
needs.
You keep going back. Are we doing my business or Union business? I need to know. I mean, I have no choice on the Union business. You kind of have no choice on the Union business. I'd prefer you go ahead and deal with the Union business, but it's just a curiosity of my own that I'm willing to pay for.
So, if we find the answer to a question that you have that we also already have, you are going to pay us money for finding said question.
And
Answer.
delivering the answer to me, yes. Absolutely.
Why does that seem a little
Suspect.
too convenient?
I want to know, and I have to do Union business. Do you understand?
I do understand.
I have things I have to do. I can't go asking these questions. I can't go finding these answers.
So you need us for your scapegoat. So if we get caught poking around the wrong places,
No. I'm saying I can't go looking for the answers because I'm busy with other things. So I'm willing to pay very handsomely, I might say, for that answer.
Apparently, the Union doesn't have a good vacation benefit.
Nope. They work us like dogs sometimes.
Whatever gets me some more ale and Barnabas is good cooking, I'm with it.
The carriage does stop. Oh, it looks like if you're getting out with her, the door opens. If you're getting out with her, then timing is running short on if you want to take my offer or not.
and the timing you said short.
Yes.
Sunshine, What are you looking for at the temple?
I work there, and my stuff is there.
Oh, okay.
Work with us.
What I'm thinking is...
What is not the coach? That's what we're looking for at the temple.
What I'm thinking is we just hike over to the university and try to find answers there. He's willing to give us a ride.
I'm not sure there's a university in Dor'atham, is there? I don't remember there being one there.
Not the kind of
Perhaps not one
university
you guys
that you
can
would
get
be
to?
finding
You?
answers
What?
in.
Yes. Me? Yes. Not really the rest of you. Elven,
And
can't
if
go
we
past
take,
the second
if we did
district.
take said job,
That's
postponing
open.
mage business.
Oh no, you wouldn't want to do that. This would be
So-
as you progress. If you find the answer, bring it to me.
This is just an additional.
Yes, this is, as I said, this is something
Well,
I'm offering to pay
again,
you for.
I didn't know if this was additional to or separate from,
Completely separate from
but needs to be
business.
done simultaneously with first job.
Well,
Right
yes.
into it.
Faster I find out the answer, the faster I know what the answer is, which is fantastic.
Alright, come on,
Fantastic.
ladies.
Something
for everybody.
being done.
No?
Making a best friend over there. Let's make it up. Leader.
There's one time.
No.
I'm pretty sure I exited the carriage while he was still talking.
I also exited the carriage right behind Sunshine.
I'll follow several.
Well, apparently they don't want the offer, as they're your party.
Sir, I have answers of my own to find. So I'll take you up on that.
I need to know that your party is going to be involved.
I'll get them on board.
Good. He puts out his hand. Shakes your hand. You're gonna pause for a moment there, because there was just something.
As we hop out of the car, I said to you, I'm all for the pursuit of knowledge, but I really don't want to get tangled up in illegal business.
We're already tangled up in it,
True, but
whether we want to be or
the
not.
less we owe that guy, the better.
It doesn't seem like we owe him anything. He's just going to pay us for getting the answers that I'm already seeking myself, because I'm very overwhelmed by all this.
I completely understand. I just think that the more he gets his claws in us, the more he'll continue to dig in us until he owns us.
I don't feel great about the situation either. Believe me, I don't.
I remember hopping into that conversation because I was scurrying out of the carriage behind you guys. I'm like, he's a good guy. Picked us up, bailed us out. That's all right.
I'll grab your hand
Best
and
friends with
give you-
guy now.
give you a boost down
Guys
on
like
your-
him don't just do favors.
Slap
They
both
don't.
on the back.
Farther.
There's always a catch.
Right in the small.
This needs to go around
Small
to
little
13 only, please.
All right, 13.
Now, how about we get some good grub in the bellies?
We did have our breakfast rudely interrupted.
Right.
We did. And it seems as if we have many jobs to do. Sorry about that, guys. But
Yeah,
he-
you did pause way too long holding this man's hand before you continued on with your conversation. Give me a deception.
27.
Okay. Does anybody's perception DC not? Does he not beat any? He beats everybody's perception DC, right?
By mine.
Okay, good. So you're able to hide any reaction that you might have from what I'm getting ready to hand you.
Oh. Oh.
I'm pretty sure about the time that they were talking about getting good food, Sunshine reemerged from the temple with her bag. I can cook.
Wait.
What?
Wait,
Yes.
you,
What?
does your
Yes.
cooking bring anger to badness?
It's kind of why I like
don't know.
Barnabas's cooking.
Again,
We can cook together.
correlation does not equal causation.
It's too many times.
I don't know
Does
if you
your
know this about me,
cooking
but I
bring
like
all
a
the
good
bad guys
fight
to the
in
yard?
morning.
I didn't cook
I
that
don't know.
breakfast at the tavern.
He did not. Maybe you're just not
That
supposed
wasn't
to
me
eat.
either.
Maybe that's the
So-
No, that is not the problem.
We can do this together.
Speaking of, do you still eat?
Oh, I eat.
I kind of shiver at that a little bit.
Barnabas, we have a message
Barnabas with
incoming.
the silly questions
To you.
and
This
words.
is a 13? I mean,
This is
Lenny.
Lenny.
Lenny and
Yep.
So you're spoken.
So where are you guys leading us?
Oh, where are you guys going? Oh, sorry. Where are we going?
So we got out well past the
Off
temple, right?
to
So
find a mage.
we have to double back to the temple and pick the other three up.
The mage would know. Would you know any reason why people aren't dying as they should be?
As a devout follower of the patron, I can only say that it is an act of God's.
That sounds like a bullshit answer to me, but alright, let's go.
Everything we don't understand is an act of the gods.
Mm-hmm. I know you better than that, Sunshine.
As Sunshine's talking about gods and everything, does she have cookware and that sort of thing, like all over her backpack?
Mhm.
I'll kind of assess that for like the quality of it, and it's a pretty good kit. Excellent. I see you are a
Frying pan.
yeah.
giant frying pan.
Yep.
See you dabble in the culinary arts as well.
And some crafting.
I remember looking to try and figure out what time it was.
It is. By the time you guys had left in the jail, it was mid-afternoon.
And we have still yet to eat.
But this guy's over here talking about farts.
I kind of
Food.
surreptitiously look up at the sky to see if the sun was out from behind the clouds, if it's a sunny afternoon or a sunny late morning.
Dor'atham, coincidentally enough, being run by Sun Elves, seems to be a very sunny city most of the time. They do not get a lot of rain that causes major cloud cover.
Is that a geographical effect, or is that more of a magical control of the weather effect?
Do you have any kind of knowledge about geographics?
So I have Arcana, and I have a little bit of nature.
You have a little bit of nature. Well, let's see what you knew then.
Sorry, I'm not trained in nature, so the best I can get is actually a 10.
Okay. Yeah, you're not sure. You're not sure if it's normally if it would normally be like that around here or not.
Noticing that it's brightly sunny, I kind of then glance at Sivril and observe him for a moment and take a mental note.
I remember catching his glance as I looked to see what time it was, and kind of you see the gears kind of working together, and I just standing in the shadow of the temple. I just take my hand and go out into the sun, and then I just walk out into the sun.
Kind of puzzle at that for a second and just look away.
Lenny, what's the plan?
Well, I say we eat. Attempt to eat again. I don't know if that's the greatest idea.
Are we staying in the town proper here before we go pushing into the town to go find a mage, or are we? What's?
I feel like we should just chill for a second. Eat here, or wherever we can eat in this general, and then go find the mage.
I can go cook something in the temple real quick.
We can do that. We have a lot of work ahead of us. We've had a lot of fights and work behind us, and none of us have eaten.
It does help collect the
I'm
fats.
hungry.
I don't think we'll get in a fight at the temple.
I want to take a
I would
quick
hope
look around.
not.
I don't recall. I recall this being well traveled, but I'm curious. Was there anybody that was jumping out at me as watching us?
The guard.
Okay.
Oh yes.
So I say,
The Black Legion definitely has you guys' number and is watching you.
Okay.
that's fine. No funny business here. Just, having a little afternoon snack. Minding my own business.
They definitely don't seem to really hide anywhere. There's sun elves, they're in black armor, and they kind of stand out in a bright city.
Wait, but the ones I know. Hi.
As usual, they keep pretty clear as far as emotions go.
So we're gonna eat and we're gonna meet back here.
What? You're not going to eat with us?
Who? Oh, I'll eat. You probably don't want me to eat with you. Here, hold this for me. I'll be back. And I just kind of take a sharp right away from the group.
All right.
Is that?
I'm very confused.
You have the habit of doing that.
It's a good place, actually, I think, for us to end for the evening. We'll have to pick back up, focusing on where you guys decided to go after your good meals. Thank you for watching Elite Encounters.
Yeah.
Mm.